Hello, good afternoon, everybody, or good morning, wherever you are in the world. My name is Jo from SLC, and welcome to today's session, which is a sneak peek into the brand new course for nurses, OET Prepare. So today, I'd like to welcome Rebecca from OET, who's joining us to talk about what to expect from the course. And I'm also going to give you a taster session with some activities from the course, so you know what it's like when you're on the course. So hello, Rebecca. Thank you very much for joining us today.
Hi, Jo. Lovely to be here with you.
Yes, so we're going to talk a little bit about OET Prepare and who it's for and what students can expect.
Absolutely. And I know we've got candidates joining through the SLC channels, but we're also streaming this to the OET channels. So I just wanted to say, for those candidates who might be joining who haven't heard of SLC before, I'd be a little bit surprised perhaps, because they've been one of our premium providers and our all-stars for a number of years now. And what those two titles mean is that we believe that SLC have the quality and the technical ability, the teaching ability to really make a difference to candidates' preparation. So they're a company that you can trust with your preparation, and it's why we're happy to be partnering with them on this program.
Great, thanks, Rebecca. So I believe you have some questions for me. We're going to talk a little bit about what OET Prepare is, so that you guys can have some information about it.
Yeah, that's right. So for those people who know nothing about it, we know we've been advertising this for a few weeks now, but if you've just sort of seen the feed pop up and you don't really know much about it, who is OET Prepare for, Jo?
So OET Prepare is for nurses who are working towards OET, and the course involves OET preparation and activities to improve your grammar and vocabulary level, as well as the skills that you need for OET.
Okay, great. So particularly for nurses, and what is involved in OET Prepare?
So it's OET's first set of tutored group courses that are delivered by us, SLC. And so they're designed to help nurses pass the OET exam. So it's a 20-week course online, which can be accessed from anywhere in the world.
That sounds really good. And obviously the key words there is helping nurses pass OET, which I'm sure everyone joining today is mostly interested in. When does OET Prepare start?
So it starts soon, the week beginning the 11th of September, and places are limited. So we do recommend booking as soon as possible to avoid disappointment.
Okay, so yeah, that's coming up in a couple of weeks' time, but
Yes.
that's great for people who, are thinking seriously about their test and about their preparation. And we've said it's for nurses, and you've said it, it's aimed to help them pass the test. But can you tell me a little bit more why a nurse thinking about OET should register for OET Prepare?
Absolutely, yeah. So the course has been specifically designed to help you improve your grammar and vocabulary, the skills that you need, and also the exam strategies, of course, that you need to be successful in OET. The groups are also quite small, so you'll also receive personalized feedback and support from your teacher, which we believe will really help you improve towards success.
Okay, and I think a combination of all of those things will make those, really attractive.
So
In
important, yeah.
Exactly, that's right. And what level of English? This is possibly, I'm going to phrase this as if I was a candidate, because it's a question we often get at OET as well. What level of English do I need for OET Prepare specifically?
So it's a 3-level course. So you would join the level that's right for you. So we have a skilled, intermediate level, and advanced level. And so by the end of the advanced level, you're ready to take the OET exam.
Right. Okay. So 3 different levels. And how does that leveling get decided?
So once you've registered for the course, your level gets assessed using OET Pulse, and then you will get placed in the group which is right for your level.
Absolutely. Okay, good. And I think you've talked a little bit that the course is online, but does that mean the content is recorded, or will it be live with a teacher and other students?
No, it's absolutely live with a real teacher, so they're not
Mm,
recorded. They're interactive classes each week, so it's two lessons a week for 20 weeks,
mhm,
and you get
mhm,
input from your teacher in these classes. You complete activities, and you interact with your classmates, and it's all done via Zoom. And there are homework tasks that you'll be given to consolidate learning. And as well as this, so outside of class time, you have access to our online study package, which has 100 hours of study material. And we're
mhm.
also offering students who join the course access to our additional 4 live lessons a week. If you would like to know more about the details of the course and a full list of the syllabus, you can check that out on our website and download the syllabus for each level so you can see exactly what you'll be covering on the course.
It sounds really comprehensive, all of those inclusions that you were mentioning. So let's say I'm a nurse, I'm listening, I'm like, yes, this is what I want to do.
Mhm.
How do I go about registering for OET Prepare?
A very good question. Yeah. So
Mhm,
you go to our website or the OET website, and you just click on the Prepare course. You
mhm,
choose. There's some options for days that you wish to attend. I believe it's Monday, Wednesday, Tuesday, Thursday, and
mhm,
some different times. And you choose the days you want to join and proceed
mhm.
to check out. It's that simple. And then once you've checked out, your that level will then be assessed using Pulse, and you'll be placed in the group for you.
Absolutely, right. And that's starting, as we said, on the 11th of September. So there's
Mhm.
plenty of time to sign up, to do polls, to get placed into the class, which is fantastic.
Mm.
So my last question for you is, can you tell me about the teachers? You've said perhaps disappointingly you're not going to be one of the teachers, but because I know a lot of our candidates know you from the online sessions, but I'm sure there's some
Absolutely.
other great teachers at SLC.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I mean, nothing set in stone yet, but the teachers that we have are all highly experienced OET experts like myself, and
Mhm.
they'll easily be able to help identify your strengths, your weaknesses, and guide you to OET success.
Fantastic. Well, thanks for all of that information, Joe. And I think you're now going to show, you said do a few activities or show a bit more detail about the course.
Absolutely, yes. So now I'm going to do 3 activities, short activities. So they're part of one of the lessons for each of the levels. So this is
Mhm.
interactive. So we'll be seeing what everybody's saying on the social media channel. So I'm just going to share my screen now, and we'll go through a few activities.
Mhm.
So we're going to take a look at vocabulary to describe mobility. Hopefully you can all see that now. Yeah, great. Okay. I'm just going to hide you for a minute, Rebecca, so that they can
Sure.
see the full screen. There we go. Yeah, so we're going to look at vocabulary to describe mobility, organizing a paragraph, and then speaking relationship building. So 3 very different activities. So first of all, from our OET Prepare skilled level, going to look at vocabulary relating to mobility. So, just to begin, I'd like to know, what do you know? What words and phrases do you know related to mobility? Let me know in the comments. So, think about how a person can walk or move, or equipment that they might use. Let me know in the comments, please. What words and phrases do you know? Okay, so just having a look. You're writing. Mhm. So this is a topic that perhaps would come up in OET speaking. It could come up in OET writing. Absolutely. Okay, so we've got some coming through. Ambulation. Absolutely. Good word. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. Or ambulate, the verb. Yeah. Great. Okay, everybody's going for ambulation. Walking, of course. Yes, yes. Movement. Yes. Great ideas. Okay, so I've got here some words 1 to 5. So we've got stumble, shuffle, gait, ambulate, limp, and then I've got 5 definitions A to E. So what I'd like you to do is to match the words to the definitions. So let me know the number letter combinations in the chat. Okay, great. Yeah, some stroll. We've got some more words coming through. Yeah, stroll, crutches, a walker, wheelie walker. Great. All right. Uh-huh. Okay, some good ideas coming through here. Hmm. Okay. Great. It's clear that a lot of you are familiar with these words. Perhaps some confusion of the differences between gait and limp. Well, let's go through and have a look at what the answers are. So, the way that a person walks is their gait. So, you could have an unsteady gait, for example. To lose balance, almost fall, is stumble. So, you don't quite fall. To walk with difficulty, to limp, it's a verb. To walk without lifting your feet up is to shuffle. Okay, so you don't lift your feet off the ground. And to walk, ambulate. So, why are these words important for OET? Well, in the OET writing paper, you may need to describe the patient's mobility. For example, the case notes might say something like this: can mobilize with one person assist and pick up frame. And you would need to be able to express that using the appropriate phrases. So, for example, here's a sentence with a gap. So, which of the previous words that we used in the last activities could you use to complete this sentence? Let me know in the comments. They should be on the screen now. Yeah. Great. Yes, that's right. That's correct. Yes. Laws. Yeah. Mohammed, great. Yes, Leona on Facebook, great. Ambulate is the right word. So it's a nice synonym of mobilize here. So we're demonstrating our ability to paraphrase. So the patient is currently able to ambulate with one person and a pickup frame. So do build up a bank of vocabulary that you'd be able to use in the OET exam. That's something that we would do on this course, help you develop that. So we're going to move on to our second level, which is OET Prepare Intermediate, and look at organizing a paragraph for OET writing. So first of all, what kind of information might you expect to find on a discharge plan for perhaps a discharge letter, hospital to, let's say, retirement home, care home, or maybe community nurse? Mhm. Okay, got some ideas coming through. Lots of different things, yes. Yes, and specifically, yeah, okay, so help with ADLs, dietary management, yes. Follow-up appointments, time and date, great ideas. ongoing care in general, and then we might have the specific, what the reader has to do for the patient, for sure, absolutely. Anuradha, yeah, great. Medication, wound care, lots of things. So have a quick look at this discharge plan. So the context is a discharge letter to the manager of a retirement home. And I'd like you to notice what information relates to care to be provided by the retirement home and what is to be done by other people. Okay, so if we have a little look through, we've got lots of things that are on here. Paracetamol, monitor wounds, staples removal, help with ADLs, anti-embolic stockings, and physiotherapy. So if we look at this discharge plan, we can see here, these things are going to be provided by the retirement home or overseen. Okay, whereas the staples removal and the physiotherapy, this is going to be done by somebody else. So it's going to be done at the outpatients and by the physiotherapist. So let's look at that in a bit more detail. So paracetamol, the reader needs to know that this can be given as required to the patient. Monitor wound, you should request this, needs to happen, it's very important. Staples removal, just inform the reader that this has already been arranged, it's in place. Help with ADLs, you should request this or state that it's required. Anti-embolic stockings for 2 weeks. So tell the reader that the patient should wear these. And the physiotherapy, you need to also inform the reader that this will happen. So the physio will contact the retirement home. So looking at this information, we now need to think about how to organize our paragraph. Okay, it's important to organize the information effectively. So we're not just talking about the letter structure, we're talking about each individual paragraph. Paragraphs should be logical. So information needs to be organized logically and grouped together. And we also need to highlight key information so that it's easy to find for the reader. So have a quick look at these two paragraphs and let me know in the comments which paragraph do you think has been organized more effectively? Remembering which one's more logical and which one highlights key information better. I'll be quiet while you read the paragraphs. Okay, some people letting me know. If you've already decided, perhaps tell me why. Why is it better, what you've chosen? Great. Uh-huh. So most of you are saying paragraph 1, which is great, and I agree with you. Paragraph 1, I think, is more effectively organized. And let's look at why. So here we've got Mr. Manley's wound will need monitoring and he will require assistance with ADLs. Paracetamol can be given as needed and an anti-embolic stocking must be worn for 2 weeks. And then, so this is information about care to be provided by the reader at the home. And then we've got an appointment has been arranged for staple removal on the 19th of February at the outpatient clinic, and the physiotherapist will contact the retirement home where Mr. Manley will receive physiotherapy twice a week. So the second half of the sentence is information about care to be provided by other people. Yeah, so it's clearly divided. It also highlights the key information. So wound monitoring is probably the most important out of all of those for the reader. And so that's at the beginning of the paragraph. In the second paragraph, you see it jumps around. It starts with the physiotherapy, then goes to wound monitoring and ADLs, then it goes back to another appointment, and then goes back to paracetamol. It's not so logical. Okay. Also, important information, as you see underlined here, is not highlighted. It's in the middle of a lot of detail. So do think about that when you're planning your paragraphs. So when planning, think about how you're going to order each paragraph, the information within each paragraph. Make sure it's logical. So, for example, you could divide it action to be completed by the reader and then action to be completed by another person. You might even separate that into 2 paragraphs. Or perhaps you could divide it into themes. So you could talk about wound care in the first half and then information on mobility in the second half. What you don't want to do is do wound care, mobility, wound care, mobility. You also need to make sure that key information's highlighted, easy to find. So perhaps the most important information for the reader at the beginning of the paragraph, not hidden in the middle of other information like we saw in paragraph 2. Okay, so finally we'll look at the last level. We've got speaking relationship building. So slight topic change now. I would like you to tell me, how can you build a relationship with a patient? Let me know your ideas in the comments, please. How can we build a relationship? Mhm. Okay, yes. So, introduce yourself. Absolutely. Very important. Yes. Key C on Facebook, Twinkle Star. Absolutely. Introducing yourself is very important. Yeah. Greeting. Yes. Hirusha. What else? Okay, so we've got through constant communication. Yes. So listening. Yes. Listen to the patients. Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Reassurance. Yeah, that's a good one. Eye contact, of course. Yeah, you won't be assessed on eye contact in the OET exam, but yeah, that's a good way. Being friendly and polite. Great ideas. Active listening. Yes, Kalai. Empathy, Jaya. Yes, great. Great. Okay, so we'll look at a few features of relationship building. So, to create rapport and put the patient or the carer at ease, you should introduce yourself. For example, hello, I'm Nurse Jo. I'm the nurse on duty today. One of the many ways, depending on the context. Find out how you can help. What's brought you here today? How can I help? If appropriate. Okay, so beginning the conversation appropriately helps with relationship building. You also need to be reassuring and help them to trust you. So saying things like, you did the right thing by coming here today if necessary. Try not to worry. We're here to help you. And as many of you said, very important to be empathetic. Put yourself in their shoes. Show that you care. So, can you think of any empathetic phrases to use in an OET role play? Let me know your ideas, please, in the comments. Mhm. Great. Yeah. I'm sorry to hear that. I know how you feel. Good ideas coming through here. Obviously, it depends on the context and what the patient's just said, but I think building up a bank of phrases that you can use in different contexts is a really good idea. Mhm. I can understand your concerns. Yes, Hirusha. I understand how you feel. Great ideas. So here are a few. I'm sorry to hear that. That must have been really difficult for you. I can understand why you feel so anxious. And think about your tone of voice as well. You're not going to say it very happily, I'm sorry to hear that. Have a sympathetic tone. So we'll put that into practice now. So look at this transcript from an OET role play. So we've got what the nurse says and what the patient says. So I would like you to let me know in the comments, what could the nurse say for gaps 1 to 3? What phrase to help build a relationship? So good morning, I'm Nurse Jane. Oh, hi, I've really hurt my back. Could you tell me what happened? I fell over a rug at home. We are here to help. So let me know what ideas. So write the number and then the phrase that you think best goes there. Some really great phrases coming through in the comments. I'm just having a read through them all. Great. Yeah. All great ideas coming through. Yeah, we've got how can I help you? What brings you here? Or I'm the nurse on duty today. Can you explain what happened? Lots of you saying sorry to hear that for number 2. Yeah, nice empathetic phrase. Great ideas. In your own words, could you tell me what happened? Yeah, that's an interesting one. Yeah, that works. Haida, yeah. So, there are several different ways that you might approach this. That was just one. Here, I'll just show you what I've got. But what you've been writing have all been really good ideas. So, good morning, I'm Nurse Jane. How can I help you, for example? Oh, I've really hurt my back. Oh dear, you look like you're in a lot of pain. Empathetic phrase. Could you tell me what happened? I fell over a rug at home. You did the right thing coming in. We're here to help. So at the very beginning, you've built a relationship with the patient, or you're beginning to, so that they'll trust you, be reassured, and they'll get what they need from the consultation. So do build up a bank of phrases that you can use for relationship building and all the other clinical communication skills that you need for OET. Keep them in your notebook, perhaps divide them into sections. You could have one page for empathetic phrases, for example. Write lots of example sentences so you know how to use them in context. That's really important. Okay. So that's our sneak peek at OET Prepare. I'm just going to stop screen sharing and bring Rebecca back in. So hopefully that gives you a little bit of an insight into the kind of things that you'll be doing on the course.
I'd just like to say it was really wonderful, Jo, to see all of those activities. I was enjoying all of them and watching everyone suggesting in the chat what their ideas were. And it's great, real range of activities, things that are going to really motivate nurses, I think, to work on their language, and also relevant to OET. Every activity, yes, you were working on a different aspect of language, but it's all directly related to OET. So even if you're in the skilled level, it's easy to see how you're working towards your goal of OET in the future.
Absolutely, and that's what we're aiming to achieve with this course is, giving nurses the language they need, the skills they need, and relating it all to OET. So it's the full package here to really, really, create those building blocks in order to, keep stepping up towards OET success.
Yeah, fantastic.
Great. Well, that's it for today. So just to remind you, if you want to check out more about the course, you can go to our website or the OET website, click on OET Prepare. You can download the syllabus from our website if you want to have a look at more detail. Feel free to email us if you have any questions. You can find information about that on our website. And we really hope that you've enjoyed today's session. I'd just like to thank Rebecca for joining us today. And thank you very much. And everybody, keep working hard on your OET. It does take a lot of hard work, but if you put in the effort, you will start to see improvement. So I look forward to welcoming some of you on our course, OET Prepare. Great. Thank you, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your days. See you soon. Bye,
Thanks,
Rebecca.
Jo.
Thank you.
Bye. Bye.